You know, the left hand does not get used nearly as much as the right hand playing piano. The right hand is playing lots of chords, and the left hand a lot of times is just playing one note or one octave. So what does the left hand do when the right hand is playing a C major chord? Well, a lot of times it's just playing whatever the thumb is playing with the thumb of that hand. So if you're playing a C, what you would do with the left hand is you would play a C. Or you might use your little finger and make it lower on a C. This is an octave. Same C, like this. Or, this is probably a little awkward until you get used to it, but you can play an octave, and if you've got small hands or if you're a kid, you might not be able to reach this, but you can play both of them at the same time, which is normally what I would do. So you're playing a C chord up here, 1, 3, 5, and you're playing an octave of just the C note down in the bottom. You could also kind of change from fifth to first here. So essentially that's the most basic of what the left hand can do, and a lot of times that is all it does. You can't play chords down here because listen to what it sounds like. It takes up too much room. So usually you're only playing one note at a time down here. It's just not right to play chords. So you usually use chords for your right hand and individual notes on the bottom. So if I'm playing C, I'm doing octaves down here, or just like this, or like this. And then if I'm changing to a different chord, like let's say I'm doing the claw here, and I slide up to F, well then I'm just going to slide up here, and I'm going to play an F here. Maybe with my little finger, or with an octave if you can reach. And then if I'm going to go back to C, I'm going to slide down and then slide my hand down. And one little thing, if you're not doing octaves but individual notes, you can put your left hand over the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then if you're going from C to F, you can just keep your finger there, that way you don't have to look at your left hand. See, if I know that I've got C here and F here and G here, then I can play C like this. Then on F, I have to look at my right hand, but my left hand I don't really have to look at because I know my second finger's already on it. And then if I wanted to go up to G, I know my thumb is right on the G, so I can just not have to look at my left hand. And that's the goal, is to not have to look at your left hand very much, because you need to be looking at your right hand. And if you try to look at both, it's a little bit hard. So that's the basics of what the left hand does.